I grew up in a small farming town in rural Minnesota. Since I can remember, I've always known two key things about myself. One, that I wanted to positively impact the lives of others, and two, that I wanted to diversify myself and get out of my small hometown. This led me to a college located in a big city, the University of Minnesota. I loved meeting and learning from others who had different backgrounds and perspectives from my own. My interest in learning from and about others, along with my desire to help others, led me to study psychology. One particular course that I took, health psychology, had a significant impact on me. In the course, we learned about a small community, Roseto, with very low rates of heart disease compared to all other places in the US. Scientists studied residents' diets, exercise habits, and occupations, thinking that this accounted for the low prevalence of heart disease. However, this Italian town did not eat very healthy, and many residents worked in bad conditions. Researchers discovered that it was Roseto's tight-knit community that contributed to low rates of heart disease. They had built a strong sense of community where everyone looked out for and helped each other. This was my aha moment about the importance of community and the positive effects it can have. This led me to research ways that I could get more involved with communities at the University of Minnesota and in the big metro area. I found the Community Engagement Scholars Program, along with a youth mentorship program that I was very excited to be a part of. I had been a tutor for years and enjoyed teaching others. My program involved mentoring students in inner city schools around the metro area. My position was a part of the Minnesota Historical Society and involved helping them with their History Day projects. This is very similar to a science fair, but with history topics instead. I like the idea of being able to teach students meaningful skills such as researching a topic, analyzing it critically, and managing their time effectively. However, the mentorship didn't go exactly as planned. Many students at these schools were from underserved communities. Their schools and teachers didn't support them or give them the resources they needed. Many felt school wasn't for them and that they had no chance of going to college after graduation due to either financial aid barriers or turbulent home lives. This shifted my role as a mentor to being a positive adult in their life that believed in them and was there to provide resources. I talked to many students about financial aid and scholarships. I spoke of my background as a low socioeconomic status student and a first-generation college student, and that there are resources available to them to go to college. I also talked about other affordable options such as technical programs and community colleges. I saw many students' attitudes and perspectives change from having an adult believe in them and support them. This experience opened my eyes up to the harsh reality that many underserved youth experience. I saw the trickle-down effect of low socioeconomic status firsthand, which made a lasting impact on my perspectives of education and the world we live in. After this experience, I decided to focus on working with underserved communities, and this time wanted to use my statistics and research background to experience a different type of engagement. This led me to the ARC Minnesota, a nonprofit organization that supports and advocates for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. During my time there, I researched support staff and paraprofessionals working in public school districts to identify trends around best practices and challenges/barriers faced. I provided recommendations to government agencies such as the Department of Human Services, as well as directly to the public school districts. I realized the power that government agencies have to make change, and that data and research is what they listen to make their decisions. Upon reaching my senior year at the University of Minnesota, I reflected on my educational and community engagement experiences. I knew I had a strong interest in working with underserved, diverse communities, along with a strong interest in data and research. My own background as a low socioeconomic status student led me to focus on research examining the impact of low socioeconomic status on education, health, and life. I realized that my purpose was to amplify the voices of those in these underrepresented communities, using research and data to make positive change. Thinking about how I could manifest this purpose into a career and post-graduation plans, I discovered the field of public health. My supervisor at the ARC Minnesota had a master's in public health and educated me about the field. I thought back to my health psychology class in Rosetto and how meaningful that class was to me and the impact that societal factors can have on health. Upon researching graduate programs, I discovered the Community Health Promotion Master's in Public Health at the University of Minnesota. The program centers around using research and data to implement, assess, and improve programs and initiatives to improve the health of communities. Many of the faculty focus on researching underserved communities and social determinants of health, such as socioeconomic status, neighborhood, and home life. The program was a perfect fit of my past experiences being a youth mentor in an underserved community, as well as my time at the ARC Minnesota conducting research and analyzing data in another underserved community. I have since applied to the Community Health Promotion Masters of Public Health program and am awaiting my decision. Reflecting back on my roots, the two key principles of myself of wanting to positively impact others and diversify myself had led me to the University of Minnesota, the Community Engagement Scholars Program, the Minnesota Historical Society, the ARC Minnesota, and now graduate school. I hope to use these principles along with my strengths and interests to guide my future endeavors with community engagement.